What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. Today we have another install video on the Honda S2000. So it's been a little while since we did a DIY install video, and I've been enjoying the S2000 the way it is, but I am ready to start version 2 of the S2000. So we do have quite a few parts I've stashed up for a while. We do have a pretty big box up here, and this is actually a Voltex Racing box from Bulletproof Automotive. We have a Voltex Type 2 racing wing. We do have Car Shop Glow tail lights from Japan. And most recently, I've waited for something else to come in. It finally came in after a few months. It is the JDP rear diffuser in carbon fiber. So here is where it is, and we'll be installing it today. So the goal is the whole rear end is going to change pretty soon. Right now on the rear end, it is pretty plain. Not much going on besides having this carbon fiber duckbill and obviously the exhaust tips, custom license plate, but besides that, nothing much. OEM setup. So with the rear end change, we're gonna be installing the JDP rear diffuser today. Eventually we'll find time to install the wing, as well as the tail lights. The whole rear end is gonna change. And when I was looking for rear diffuser setups, there's a few options I was debating. I like the Voltex Racing setup. I also do really like the JDP engineering setup, which is what we have here today. It gives a really nice, clean, almost like an OEM Plus look. Carbon fiber, they do make it for both the single exhaust and double exhaust tips. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show it to you guys. All right, so here we have the packaging, nicely packaged. I will say that these JDP rear diffusers are made to order. I've had quite a few people over the last few years ask, is JDP still in business? They are. And John, the owner, he's the only one kind of managing it, so it might take him a little while. But best way to get in contact is to email him. Go to the website, send him emails. You might have to send a couple emails to follow up. But this rear diffuser, I want to say, ordered it in May, got it in October, so quite a few months before it finally came in. But yeah, keep emailing, it'll pay off. All right, and there we have the rear diffuser, all of the packaging. Look at that carbon weave, looks amazing in the sun. So really nice. And the rear diffuser is gonna go on here on the bottom part of the OEM AP2 bumper. And I say AP2 because the JDP rear diffuser is just made for the AP2s. If you have an AP1 and trying to fit it on your OEM bumper, it will not fit, but you can do the AP2 rear bumper conversion on your AP1, and then you can fit the JDP rear diffuser. I have a dual exhaust setup, so opted for the dual exit on the diffuser, but if you just have a single exit exhaust, you can ask for that as well. But yeah, here it is. And I know some of the earlier generations, it has this lip, this diffuser, and it has an under tray as well. You could opt in for that if you want it for an extra charge. I just got the diffuser because I love how it looks. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get it installed. So JDP already have the double-sided tape already on here. So might not look like much, but the 3M double-sided tape that's provided is really strong. Outside use all around. They also did provide some hardware, so washer, bolts, as well as some adhesive promoter from 3M just to make it stick nice and well. Pro tip that some of the other S2000 owners also told me is you can use, so the fitment is pretty good. However, I heard there might be a little gap around the side where it runs right here. There might be a little bit of a gap. So what they reminded me to do is you could get like sealant, or you can also get this weather trimming. So not from Honda. I had a buddy that tried Honda's, didn't really work, but he got it from Toyota. Toyota Lexus one works good. So if any of you guys want some weather stripping, this is the part number. Go ahead and save it. All right, and before we get it installed, we're gonna get the surface area nice and clean. We're gonna prep it. So what we're gonna do is recommend to use not your car wash stuff, but some dishwashing soap as well as water, so that way any grime, any oil, any grease you know, you can kind of just get it nice and clean. Definitely don't use any like detailing products, right? Just because you want the 3M to stick real good. So yeah, what we're gonna do is go ahead and wipe down, clean off the surface area right here that the rear diffuser is gonna be going on to. Alright, so now that you have your surface area all prepped and clean, next step is to test fit. So I know there are some people who like to remove the rear bumper, flip it upside down and put it on. That's what they recommend. But I also had some people on the forums and Facebook pages saying they're able to slap it on the bumper like this. So I think whichever works easier for you. I'm going to attempt to have it slapped on with the rear bumper suit on the car. Definitely would help if you have a second hand. What we're going to do is going to prep the surface area with the 3M adhesive promoter, which they provided. Prep in the surface area where the 3M is going to stick, and then stick it on. Alright, and before I install it, I also look underneath. So there's that clip right here, that clip right there. Go ahead and try to remove it first, because that's where it's going to be going on to. Right, so since I'm doing this alone, I pretty much use some jack stands or some towels, prop it up by the exhaust tips, and then right here by the other end of the diffusers I use little boxes just to prop it up, you know, get a rough idea how it's gonna look, where my mounting points are gonna be. Alright, so JDP also provided 2 of these 3M Primer 94 pens. So you might be wondering what this is. So this is the adhesive promoter, which helps the 3M stick on a lot easily. So what you want to do to activate it is you can just bend the middle, crack it, and then you can just apply using this pen right here where it's going to be sticking onto. So what I recommend is go ahead and do that. Once you crack it, it'll start expiring, it'll start drying up. So you want to use it quickly, apply it, and then you see right here on the edges, I kind of have the 3M tape already lifted. So once it's applied all throughout, I can go ahead and secure each side of the diffuser. Alright, and once you have the adhesive promoter, you want to go ahead and apply some pressure. So this is what I did. I was laying down, pressing it firmly for a good 30 seconds each side, let it adhere pretty well. Alright, so now let's go ahead and secure it underneath. So they did provided these bolts and washers, but I modified it a little bit. So what I did is it's going to attach right here underneath the diffuser. Right, so right now it's pretty loose. I did one side. So what I did was I replaced the bolt they provided with a longer bolt because I'm gonna fit something as a spacer, and I'll show you guys what I mean later. But essentially what this does is it's gonna hold the diffuser as well as the bumper, kind of like that. If you want to drill a hole in the diffuser so you can thread it through, you can, but I didn't really want to drill a hole. So yeah, it kind of sandwiches in between. Again, this is not tight, but once it's tightened, it should kind of wedge it in between. All right, so this is what they provided, right? So earlier you guys saw this is how it looks underneath, but what I did was I replaced it with a longer bolt. I'll show you guys why. So a longer bolt. So this is the view, right? Underneath, like that. Diffuser sits on top, your bumper sits on top, I'm gonna fit another bolt as a spacer. So diffuser is right here above the washer, the bumper, this little spacer, and then the lock bolt, just so there's more space. I realized that without this little spacer, it kind of wedges it. There's a lot of tension. So another S2000 owner told me that you could use it as a spacer. You could use a rubber grommet. You could use, in my case, I used a nut, just to kind of push it out a little bit, give it a little bit of space. All right, so this is what it looks like from the inside. We have the long bolt, the washer, wedged up with the diffuser, the bumper, little bolt as a washer. And then you see this little U-shaped thing that's part of the OEM frame, and then your lock nut bolt up here. So that little spacer helps wedge it, just so there's not too much tension. All right, so now that we have the two bolts secure, it's nice and tight. The fitment is not 100%, especially around this area, little gap. I try to apply pressure as much as I could, but there's still a little gap right here on each side. But all in all, looks pretty good. I would say I'll give the fitment probably a good 7 or 8 upon 10. And like I said, you can use your sealant, or in this case, another S2000 owner recommended this, the Toyota strip, weather stripping. So let's go ahead and throw this on. Should make it look really good and cover up the gaps. All right, so the weather trim is on. I think it looks amazing. 100% would recommend it. Covered up the gaps on this side. On this side, the gap was a little bit bigger, so it didn't cover it up 100%, but pretty good, pretty close. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Small little gaps, cover it around, and makes it look so much better. So what do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of the JDP rear diffuser? Let's do a little B-roll for you guys to see. So I hope you guys like it. All in all, the install is pretty easy. I did it with the bumper on the car, definitely doable. Also did it solo, but if you have a second hand, definitely would help. So I hope you guys like it. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.